is your perception of Africa as a continent dreams for Africa?
1 billion people. 55 states, with at least 7 of the fastest growing economy in the world. But there is so much untold stories that we are yet to be told.
Do you see your part in the development of this continent? Africa is a continent rich in resources, culture, talent, and the home of stories. Stories that bring joy, stories of resilience, strength, and a never-dying spirit that gives hope.
Voices of people who have pushed beyond limits to make positive change in the African society. Which is why I'll be bringing you African Vision Voices in line with Good News Productions Africa to highlight the heroes and the heroines of Africa together with African news content. My name is Francis Msakali. See you then.
A very good morning to you and welcome to Imani Television's Sunrise Show. And of course, we really appreciate every one of you who is tuning in from your different residents. I hope your day, your night was beautiful and you are blessed of the Lord. Today is the 16th day of January and we have a simple lineup for you this morning on this segment. And of course, it is all tailored for you. But before we dive into that, we'd like to remind you to stay connected with us on our social media platforms. You can follow us on Facebook and YouTube, our handles being at Imani Television for all additional updates. Also visit our website www.imanitv.org for more information. And now let's move on to our top stories for today.
We have discussed at length what he's supposed to do, and the fact that he's in another coalition, I'm in another coalition, we must reach somewhere where we have to reconcile and see the way forward.
If we don't get the salary that corresponds to the deduction that we go through, is most unfortunate. So it's going to have a far-reaching effect on Kenyan employees.
We want to give back, and I know through President Dr. William Ruto, who has that initiative of trying to grow our own nurses, our own labor force for export. He's working very hard, and I really thank the Ministry for Diaspora Affairs.
Imefanya watu kuingia kwa ofisi sasa wafanye kazi. Kila wakati wanachukua kuharakisha, nani anakuja, hata mzazi amekuja kuomba basari, wanastuka tu kama huyu mtu wa ICC.
Government will help workers whose salaries have shrinking salaries. At the same time, Okwaro has lauded President William Ruto for dealing with corruption in the public and private sector.
If we don't get the salary that corresponds to the disconnection that we go through is most unfortunate. So it's going to have a far-reaching effect on Kenyan employees because, say, for example, somebody who's been earning maybe 20,000 shillings a month, if you take that 6%, which translated to about 1,000, I think, and 80. And now I'm told it's going to about 1,800. And if it's going to continue in the coming years, and put together with the other things like pay as you earn, the housing levy, the training levy, the medical one, the NHIF one, then you'll find that an employee may have to do away with almost 8,000 shillings out of the salary of 20,000. What is remaining for this employee to cater for his normal needs like housing?
Elsewhere, the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, that is KUPPET, leaders condemned the alleged attempts by their rivals to disrupt changes to the union's constitution. The leaders emphasized the importance of implementing the proposed amendments and expressed confidence that ongoing efforts will not be undermined by any schemes. Listen in.
This is something that is going to elicit so much emotion. A lot of a few people may act aggressively, and what is required at this moment is for us to be patient, give each of us time to provide options from which we can select the best options that can enable us to review the Constitution. In such kind of an issue that can generate a dispute, let us separate our positions from interests as we make a constitution that is going to serve the needs of teachers.
Moving forward, parents and students have been cautioned against enrolling in non-accredited colleges. Speaking to the press, Business Development Manager at KIPS Technical College, Shepherd Mburu, says with an increase in institutions and scramble for few available slots, chances of being duped are high. Over 680,000 students who missed out on university are set to join technical and vocational education and training institutions across the country.
Once you've identified maybe a college that you want to to enroll with, is do your background research. Just go and check, even with the TVET, their website or their portal. They have the list of all accredited institutions. So if that institution does not appear on their portal, then that should raise an alarm. The other way you can also know is by visiting the sites for probably like the websites. The websites, they are meant to communicate. This institution, who are they, what do they offer, and really where are they based. So even by looking at their website, you're able to tell that, yeah, this is a class setup, and all that. Then finally is paying a visit to the institution to physically ascertain that indeed what they're communicating, it is indeed true. When you talk of you're having workshops, verify that indeed the workshops are there. And I'll also say, if you're visiting an institution and they're kind of shy to show you, yeah, these are our labs, these are the workshops, and all that, then that should also be an eye-opener that maybe.
Now, nurses in Kenya have been advised to take advantage of the Pearson Center that will be constructed in the country to secure employment opportunities in the United States. Ready Care Chief Executive Officer Bill Akuma says the center that examines prospective nurses will be the second facility in the continent. He said the facility will see the waiting time for the nurses seeking employment in the United States of America.
We want to give back, and I know through President Dr. William Ruto, who has that initiative of trying to grow our own nurses, our own labor force for export. He's working very hard, and I really thank the Ministry for Diaspora Affairs under the leadership of PS Rosalyn Njogu. She has done a tremendous job.
One of the mandates for us is to secure placement of Kenyans for jobs abroad, and also, enhance employment opportunities for Kenyans. And
so with this, it's great.
We are very happy that NCLEX or Pearson is coming here to open a center that will administer NCLEX RN exams. As a department, this has been great news for us. We started this early August last year when there was a declaration of intent by Pearson Global to open the second international testing center in Nairobi.
So every year they ask me to at least fill 250 to 260 nurses. And so what we do is we recruit, we go to the agencies like ReadyCare, and we look for individuals and we interview them, see if they want to come to the United States, and then we help them with their immigration process, their visa paperwork.
And organizations like this one that you're standing in today at ReadyCare are creating a program that is like a wrap-around service of care for them to be educated, trained, ready for the U.S. world of work, to have all of the skills and competencies they need to be prepared.
Elsewhere, Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale and former Governor Wycliffe Oparanya have set aside their political differences as they look towards the 2027 general elections. The two leaders, who were once against each other on different political parties for the gubernatorial seat for Kakamega County, now say they will work together to support Khalwale's bid for the same seat in 2027. Khalwale, currently elected senator on a UDA ticket, will now work together with Oparanya, a key leader in the ODM party, in a bid to unseat the current governor Fernandes Baraza, elected on an ODM ticket.
With 5 counties, Kakamega has got Mbeza Oparanya as the senior most from our county, and should he choose to then aspire for that high position, I would be urging the entire county to allow him to go to Nairobi to negotiate with other national leaders, including Raila Amolo Odinga and his other colleagues in the Azimio coalition, and the President of Kenya, for purposes of Kakamega also having representation at the highest level.
We have discussed at length what he's supposed to do, and the fact that he's in another coalition, I'm in another coalition, we must reach somewhere where we have to reconcile and see the way forward, because I know he can deliver. We have also discussed about the national politics, and they have encouraged me that as I sit up there, I must make sure that the Luhya interests are taken care of.
Now, county officials in Vihiga County headquarters are expressing fear following the recent arrest of a senior Vihiga County official in connection with an ongoing corruption probe. Speaking at Vihiga County headquarters during the governor's scholarship program, Vihiga County Majority Leader Manoa Mbogu expressed concerns among the chief officers and other employees of the devolved units who are pondering what will be the next on the detectives' radar. EACC spokesperson Eric Ngumbi states that Vihiga County is among the devolved units with the highest corruption-related cases in the country.
So Your Excellency anakuomba do a press statement and warn the EACC to stop interfering with the Vihiga.
Mumesikia wanaenda Nairobi School, tuko wa Alliance wako hapa, tuko wa Maseno University, Maseno wako hapa, tuko na Pangani Girls wako hapa, Maranda Boys wako hapa. Umeona kijana mdogo sana ambaye anaenda Kapsabet, one of the best schools in the country. Wale wanaenda Kakamega ni wengi sana ambao wako hapa. So kulingana na mimi, hawa ni watoto ambao wakienda na waendelee na ile bidii walikuwa nayo kwa primary school, these are clear straight A's ambao watahitimu wakiendelea na hiyo roho na hiyo bidii.
Now, parents from Nyakach, Kisumu County have expressed their frustrations after the organization they relied on for their children's school fees have threatened to stop the project after their property was stolen on 6th January 2024. According to the head of Ikodia organization, they reported the matter to the police, but no arrests were made. The parents, however, have pleaded with the NGO to continue the program since the schools have resumed. The affected students expressed their worries and pleaded with the organization to continue with the project so that they can achieve their dreams in education.
Hali penye nimesimama tuko na huzuni sana kulingana na uwizi yenye tuliibiwa hapa kwa organization Ikodia office. Sasa imetufanya mpaka hata watoto
schools by tomorrow, and our school fees is not yet ready, and as I see, our education may collapse. So we are requesting what was done is not pleasing to us.
We would like the police to go on with their work and let us know, go to the bottom of this incident. Yeah, because as somebody will tell you now, the community is in a shock. We are in a shock.
Now, the Budalangi constituency in Busia County is facing a shortage of clean water, significantly affecting schools. However, as you can see on the screen, this issue might be elevated with the initiation of a borehole drilling project in schools within the Budalangi constituency. During the project's launch at Bubango Primary School in the Bunyala West Ward, Catherine Omayo, the women's representative for Busia County and the project sponsor, stated that the primary goal is to prevent problems associated with contaminated waters. Now, elsewhere, the news from Busia wraps up news coverage, of course, this morning. Stay tuned for our other segments that are upcoming. And, of course, you can keep following us on our social media platforms. Make sure that you are following us so that you can be updated on all the news that are coming in, and also be able to be updated. You can also follow us on our website for live shows and also being updated on some of the issues that are upcoming throughout the day. For now, we are taking a short break. In a short while, we'll be joined by our esteemed bishop so that we can be able to have a conversation on Relationship Tuesday. And of course, we are still on the era of transition to New Year, and of course on relationship matters. Today we are going to take a look at some of the habits that we need to leave behind and see which ones we can embrace for healthy and of course productive and happy relationships in future. For that reason, you should be able to stay tuned and also share in with us what you believe are some of the good habits people should embrace in this 2024, and also what are some of the habits that you practiced last year and you feel are bound to be left behind because of how things turned out for you. You can leave that on the number on your screen as well as the comment section on our live on Facebook and YouTube. My name is JEDIDAH CHEPKOSGEI. This is The Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Africa.
What is your perception of Africa as a continent? What are your hopes and dreams for Africa?
1 billion people. 55 sovereign states, with at least 7 of these being the fastest growing economies of the world. But there is still